Welcome back to the Time to Make It Happen podcast, where we talk real life, real hustle, and real dreams. I'm your host, Keandre, and today's episode is called I Never Understood the People That Make Work Their Whole Life. Let's dive right in because this one might ruffle some feathers. It might ruffle some feathers. So let's start off with the grind is not your identity. Because look, I get it. We live in a world that glamorizes hustle, the 5 a.m. club, the rise and grind, no sleep, just success. But here's the truth: work is what you do, it's not who you are. I've never understood the people who wear burnout like a badge of honor. You got folks bragging about 80-hour weeks and forgetting their kids' birthdays. That's not noble. That's sad. Because listen, I also work an 80+ hour job, but I'm not going to burn myself out for the job. You don't win trophies for working yourself into the ground. We got one life to live in this world. When your identity is tied to your job title, what happens when you get laid off? When your self-worth is measured by productivity? How do you rest without guilt? We weren't put on this earth to clock in, clock out, and die. I'm not saying don't work hard. I'm saying don't forget to live. You work hard. There's people out here who know their boss better than they know their kids, who memorize spreadsheets but can't remember the last time they took a real breath. So that ain't living, that's surviving. Here's what success looks like to me: freedom, peace, presence. I want to be successful, but not at the cost of my soul. I want to build something that gives me life, not drains it out of me. So let's stop applauding toxic hustle and start building lives that feel good from the inside out. Let's stop chasing busy and start chasing balance. So here's my challenge for you. Ask yourself, who am I outside of my job, outside of my business, outside of the grind? If you don't like the answer, it's time to build a life, not just a resume. Take that trip, call your people, create something, sit in silence, breathe, because the goal is to not just make it happen, it's to still be here when it does. Did you catch that? Because the goal is not to just make it happen, it's to still be here when it does. That's it for today's episode of Time to Make It Happen. If this hits you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Don't forget to rate, review, tap in next week. Remember, life's not just about what you do, it's about what you become. Make it happen, but don't lose yourself in the process. Catch y'all next time.